Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DWF. Here is the final episode of season 3, and really it's just a promo episode for season 4. That's really what it is we're looking at. As you guys can see, we have a look at the cleared out board, fresh and clean, Pink Punch, Battling Blue, Powerbomb Purple, and question mark? That's right, you guys, the fans, are getting a team. What your team name is up to you. You guys can let me know all throughout the week. Just comment on any video. Comment on this video, any of the shorts, any existing video. Let me know what you want your team to be called, as long as it is something that is a little bit creative with a color association with a wrestling term or something that you like. If it fits and it's not offensive, then we're going to go ahead and throw it in there. Maybe we'll put it up for votes. But this coming Saturday at, let's make it a little bit earlier. Normally we do 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let's make it a little bit earlier so our friends from the UK can join us. How about we do, let's say 11 o'clock. Is that okay for you guys? Can we do 11 o'clock, or do you want to stick with 12 o'clock? You let me know. We'll put out the official post maybe Thursday just to confirm the time. But we're going to get that all squared away. We're going to have 4 different rosters: Pink Punch, Battling Blue, Powerbomb Purple, and a roster that you guys choose. Pink, blue, and purple colors obviously already taken, but you guys know what colors are available. And if you want to get creative, go ahead. Pick like, oh man, tranquilizer teal. I don't know, whatever you want to pick. You can pick whatever you want. Gut wrench green is retired. We're gonna retire that one. You can still use the color green if you want to do something clever and do green. That is completely fine. But gut wrench green has been retired. That was my brother's team, so we're going to retire that one. But guys, the way this draft is going to work is one team is going to have all women's characters. There will be a women's team. There is going to be a current roster team, which is any current member in WWE who's currently wrestling. There will be an all AEW team. So as long as they're not in the current roster, they are most likely in the AEW roster. If I can get this Chris to stand, please. This is one of my favorite Chris Jericho figures that AEW has done, but he will not stand for me tonight. Okay, and there will be a Legends roster. So if they are not involved with AEW, have not been involved with AEW, and are a WWE legend, or just not wrestling for the company anymore, they will be in the Legends roster. For example, like Carlito is no longer a WWE employee, but he's not really what you would call a legend in the company, but he will be in the Legends roster, as he is no longer active with the company, but he's not with AEW, and he's not officially a legend in WWE yet, but he will be amongst the Legends roster, just to give whoever gets that team some more picks and things like that. So just so you guys are aware, that is what's going on. The stop motion project I was working on, my data has been corrupted and a lot of my pictures are gone. That is a absolute bummer because I've been spending so much time on that. I'm going to try and redo what I don't know if I can redo it. Once we do this new draft, it's not going to make any sense. That may just be scrapped. This project may be scrapped. In which case, I think I'm going to get into doing some stop motion shorts and not doing some like full length videos. I think that was my problem too, is I was trying to dive into the deep end with it and not just taking my time to make it make sense. So I think I'm going to be doing some stop motion shorts in the future coming up here, and leaving the full length stuff to the sword swipes, the golf challenge, things of that nature. The Nerf blaster. I've got The rocket's good to go. I think we're ready to go with the giant Nerf rocket again. I don't remember if that made an appearance last season at all, but it's coming back. It's coming back. Season 4, it's coming back. Season 4 is our redemption season. This last season, Season 3, was not the best. I had some good ideas and good intentions. It just didn't pan out the way that I thought. The other news is we are capping our wrestling pool between 25 to 30 figures per roster. That's it. No more than 25 to 30 figures. The other thing we're doing is we're only going to have, I think, 5 championships that are going to be intergender championships, but there's only going to be 5 of them. We have the pink women's title we were running last year, the blue winged eagle, the purple cruiserweight, then we're also going to have the up, up, down, down, and the internet championship title. Unless you guys choose red as your color, I can throw in like the red or black, because there's so many black titles that have the black strap and so many white titles. So if you choose black, white, or red, I can throw in a color, or even green to throw in the 24/7 championship. I think that's all the different colored belt options that you have. So if you guys choose a black, white, red, or green champion or green name for your faction, then we can choose a belt with that corresponding color and then do the internet championship. It would just replace the up, up, down, down championship if you guys want to do something like that, because there's a white. We could do intercontinental title with the white. We could do basically any belt with a black. We can use the universal championship with red, and we can use the 24/7 champion with the color green. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys. If you don't want to use those colors, say you want to use orange as your color for your faction, that is perfectly fine. We will still just use the internet champion and the up, up, down, down championship. So that's how it's going to work. It's going to be simple. Every single week, a title will be defended or battled for. If a figure breaks, the title will then go vacant. So that's how it's going to work this time around, because last season I broke a good bit of figures and I just kind of moved championships around within the roster. But I'm not going to do that this year. Also, this year last year we had so many championships, just some that stayed within the faction and some that were fought over the channel. You guys know how last year went. I mean, the Bloodline versus House of Judgment was the big feud that we did. We pushed that from Battling Blue. We had DX versus NWO and Powerbomb Purple, and DX ultimately split up and turned against themselves, and that story never got finished. And Pink Punch didn't have a whole lot going on over there. They didn't have big faction battles and big team wars like we had. So just not the best execution. The idea was there, the want was there, but the execution I failed on my end. So I apologize for that. So we're going to fix it this year, and we're just going to go back to keeping it simple. We're going to do everything's a battle. Every weekend is a championship match. So points are going to fly. Now, the way that it has worked in the past, your total scores up here, whoever had the most scores at the end of the season was taken out to lunch or dinner by the other teams. Obviously, I can't take you guys out to lunch. That's not going to work. So what we're going to plan on doing is, if you guys win with your team, you guys are going to get an action figure. I'll have, a limit of how much I can spend. Whatever, the average price of lunch will be is going to be, so probably your basic elite, however much it would cost for an elite, is going to be, unless with these tariffs, if the prices start going through the roof, then it might be a basic. Well, then the price of lunch is probably going to be more, right? So maybe not. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like. But let's give it a year, see what happens. If you guys have the most points up here and you guys have won, then you guys get a figure, which I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be pushing for you guys a lot, because that's the whole point of the channel, is I want to give you guys figures. So when I do my couple I like to do a couple staged matches when I do that, just so you guys know, I'm going to be throwing points your way. I'm going to give you guys some free points. Normally I won't do that until after we've had a few battles, just to kind of see what the points look like on the board, see how things are shaking up. If you guys are way in the lead, if you already have like 6 championships matches and you have 6 wins down here, and up here we have a total of 6 between the other 3 teams, I've got to help out whoever's, really struggling. But, I don't see that happening. I think this year it's going to be more balanced. The rosters are going to be limited. And we're going to do the draft live. So you guys know it will be done live. Everyone will be picking from each other's bins. So we're not whatever team you get, we're not picking. So if I get the AEW team, I'm not reaching my hands in to pick from the AEW bin, because I know the figures, I know who's in there, I know what they feel like. It wouldn't be fair. So that's the way that we're going to do it this year. So you guys have to be here for the live draft in order to be able to submit your vote to draft your team. That's what I'm trying to get to. Is if you guys are not here for the live draft, then we have to go by default. And the way it's going to work is you get 3. Let's say this is your bin. It's obviously not, because it has representatives of all teams. But if this is the example, we're going to blindly reach in, pull 2 characters. You get left hand or right hand to make your choice. If you don't like either character, you can set them aside and blindly go fishing. Boom, you went fishing. Let's say you don't like Chris Jericho. It's like, man, I'm really holding out for this one character. You can throw him to the side and go fishing a second time. Oh, I got Seth Rollins. That's who I was waiting for. You only get 3 fishes. You can only go through fishing 3 times in the entire draft. That's it. 3 times for the entire draft. You can save them all up for the very end, or you can use them if you get a character that's like, oh, I really just don't like either one of these. Don't want them on my team. I want to go fishing. Boom. Hey, look, I got someone I wanted. So that's how it's going to work. It's the Ryan rule. It's the rule that my brother came up with from 2 seasons ago when we did back when we had 6 teams. You guys remember when we had 6 teams up here? It was pink, blue, purple, red, orange, and green. Yeah, that was wild. I don't even remember what those teams were. Over the top orange, I think. What was red? Rowdy Red, maybe? Because my dad liked Ronda Rousey, so it was like Rowdy Red, I think that's how it worked, but I don't remember entirely. Regardless, that's the way it's going to work. We'll explain it better on the day of the draft for those of you who maybe just want to tune in for the draft. That's how it's going to work. It's going to be pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I'm really excited for this season. I've got some new things planned. We're going to get outdoors and do a little bit of outdoors battle videos. You guys will see. Mr. Matt Man and I have been talking a bit. We've been bouncing ideas back and forth off each other. Stuff I wanted to do in the spring of this year, but thought, you know what? Let's wait for the new season. I already kind of fumbled season 3. Let's kick off season 4 with a bang, and let's make it strong. Let's do a bunch more stuff. So there's going to be a lot more stuff, a lot more uploading, that's for sure. You guys are going to get a lot more content. So I think hopefully I can redeem myself from last year, and you guys will love season 4 of DWF, and we're going to get to 1,000 subscribers in no time. Like I said, guys, 1,000 subscribers, free action figure giveaway. As soon as we get there, it's a free action figure going to one of you. It's that simple. It is legitimately that simple. Here, you have to hope for a chance that you are going to draft the team that wins, and then there's a chance you get a free action figure if your team wins. You're battling against 4 other teams. 1,000 subscribers, you're guaranteed an action figure. Guaranteed an action figure. Like you're not battling against anyone. I mean, the other viewers. So your odds are 1 in 1,000. But what did I tell you guys? If you subscribe to the channel, if you like a video, and if you comment on a video, that's 3 chances to win. If you don't subscribe, you can like and comment all day, but if you're not subscribed, you're not entered. If you like, subscribe, and comment on a video, that's 3 chances. Now, if every single person does that when we get to 1,000, then your odds are still the same in the 1 in 1,000. But if not everybody does that, you guys have better odds of winning. Still, is it astronomical? Maybe a little bit. Maybe. But the more we grow, the better. Well, look at it this way: when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna make a note of all 1,000 subscribers that I have. I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to handwrite every single name, all 1,000 names down, because when we get to 1,000,000, every one of my first 1,000 subscribers is going to be getting a gift. So I'm trying to take care of everybody as I grow. So the quicker I grow, the more I grow, the sooner I can start taking care of you guys, giving back to you guys, helping out you guys. I really want to do some channel collaborations. Maybe it's some figure battles back and forth. Maybe it's some blind rankings back and forth. I really want to get into that, do more of that. We might be bringing back the Mount Rushmore. I used to do the Mount Rushmore of certain figures. So that might be coming back soon. There's a bunch of stuff. I don't want to get into all of it yet. I'm going to wait for the kickoff till we do that. Wait till we get into the draft and we do our kickoff show and everything. I'm going to get into everything that Season 4 holds. But thank you guys for bearing with me. Thank you guys for sticking it out. The people who have been here, the ones who are here now, you guys are all within the first 1,000. You guys are real ones. You're goated. I love you guys. Stay blessed. We'll see you very, very soon. Next week, guys, live draft on Saturday. I'll give you all the information later in the week. See you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.